Hello and welcome to Tech Talks. Today I have an amazing production tool with me. A tool which not only speeds up your work by giving the entire controls in your hand in the form of knobs and switches for easy access, it also shows light to your creative individuality as you focus now more on the art aspects rather than the numbers and the parameters of the controls. Also, you can use the controls more confidently rather than adjusting little by little, readjusting again. So this saves your time and adds precision while also giving wings to your that creative self. And why this is not merely an editing console but a production tool is because this works on the 8 most sorted for production software programs: Lightroom Classic, Photoshop, Capture One for image editing, Adobe Premiere Pro and Final Cut Pro for video editing, Adobe After Effects for graphics and SFX, Adobe Audition for audio recording and editing, and Aurora SDR to create fascinating images. But before getting started, let us check on setting up this creative devil. Before installing, please check the minimum configuration for Mac and for Windows. Now we have to go to the download site and download as per the operating system. After downloading, simply install. Click on the Loupedeck configuration program. Though usually by default the software is selected automatically, you can still make sure it's selected in the Loupedeck configuration. Now with Lightroom it sets up very easily and working with it is also like a breeze. In my workflow, I first mark the images with the stars. Best ones 5-star, real good ones 4-star, and the OK ones with 3 stars. To do so, just tap on these keys. So when I want to select the best ones, just click this button to get them all selected. Now, had I to edit them the usual way, I would go to the options with my mouse, open the parameters, open it, adjust, go to another option, let's suppose the saturation, then go back to vibrance, add some sharpness. But in case of the Loupedeck, just do what you want. Change sharpness, black levels, saturations, change particular saturation level. For that, just knock the key. To come back to saturation, just knock its key and change. Or simply add a preset and export. You are done. It's that easy like a breeze. Now to use this with the Adobe Premiere Pro CC, go to the Surface Control and add Loupedeck Plus. Make sure that Premiere is selected in the Loupedeck Plus configuration. Now your Loupedeck Plus starts functioning with Premiere. All these buttons shining in purple are all reassignable as per your convenience. By the way, the default configuration you may find is already great and good to start your work with. The L series buttons, the P series, the C series are all assignable keys, which also has a second layer. When you press the function button, the second layer of the controls are available. So P1 to P8 becomes P9 to P16. Similarly, this happens also for the L and the C series buttons. Also see the speed when you edit manually and with the Loupedeck Plus. In Premiere, to mark in, press the C3, and to mark out, press the C4 and press the D2 to import in the timeline. To go from one clip to another, just rotate the jog. Now to expand your timeline, no more have to control your mouse. Rotate the D1 to zoom into the timeline. To play or fast play, these buttons. Also rotate the D2 to go frame by frame into the timeline and press it to cut. Want to remove the clip in between? Use the C5 to cut and the C6 to ripple delete. As per default, L1 is assigned to the video transition dissolve and audio fade in fade out in L2. Color correction works here crazily fast. No more dragging and dropping each parameter on your clip. Then going to the effect control and then working with it. Here with the Loupedeck Plus, if you want to change the contrast, just do it. Exposure, just do it. White balance change. Here we are changing the tint. The saturation, we made it go black and white, and then we can also adjust it back. You can increase the vibrance. With the hue button, you can control the highlights. With the saturation button, exactly, it's not the saturation here, it is the mid tones. And with the luminance button, you can change the shadow tones. And when you are done, no more going to the file menu and export. Just click on export and there you are. You are 10 times more fast based on your workflow. Feel free to put forward any questions on editing video with the Loupedeck Plus. In my next segment on Loupedeck Plus, we will discuss on setting up and working with Adobe Audition. Stay tuned.